Shoppers across the country are entering this final stretch for holiday shopping. Our Frank Holland joins us live from a FedEx facility with a look at how the shippers are gearing up for a very busy week, Frank.
Yeah, it's definitely a very busy time of year. So around 106 million packages per day are being shipped from Thanksgiving to Christmas this year. That is a 29% daily increase over last year. However, I don't want that to be misleading. That is largely attributed to the holiday peak being about 5 days shorter this year.
It started on Cyber Monday, and each Monday volumes have increased. But we keep in constant contact with our shippers so we can quickly understand what their volumes are going to be, and we'll increase our capacities and make sure we have enough armor resources to deliver those packages safely on a daily basis.
And according to FedEx, that counts Walmart, Wayfair, and The Gap as customers today. This is the final day to order from those major retailers for Christmas delivery without having to pay extra. UPS says that deadline varies depending on location. Amazon says it varies depending on product. So take a look at this. Holiday surcharges. They're expected to be a driver of profit and margin for both FedEx and UPS as they charge their big retail customers an additional fee per package over their June volume during the holiday peak. Also this year, we're seeing a record percentage of retailers using gig delivery companies to deliver same day and next day. That includes Shipt, which is owned by Target, Jitsu, and Veho, a delivery company for Lululemon, Macy's, and Zara. I spoke with Veho CEO, who says his value proposition is based both on delivery speed and providing retailers with customer data.
It's a shift in the market between thinking about logistics as a pure cost center, which is a pure commodity. And the only question is, how do I spend the least? All of a sudden to thinking about how do I maximize the return on shipping, the ROI on my shipping spend.
So the increase in e-commerce overall, of course, is good for FedEx and UPS, along with full truckload carriers like a Knight-Swift, and also warehousing companies like Prologis. I also talked to a lot of supply chain companies. They're telling me they're seeing a big pull forward of freight ahead of potential tariffs. We'll have to continue to wait and see how that part of the story plays out. But I want to go back to the holiday shipping season. I do want to make it clear, if you're willing to pay up, shipping on December 23rd, that's still an option for both FedEx, UPS, and Amazon. But of course, you have to be willing to pay up. Back to you all.
The Procrastinator Express extra charge there. So, Frank, I'm looking at a FedEx chart. It's basically flat. It hasn't done anything in the last year. And I know that they're very susceptible to what's happening in manufacturing, the fact that we've had pressure on manufacturing, that hurts FedEx. At the same time, online spending has been really good. So how do analysts and how does the street break down how FedEx benefits from what we've seen, which has been robust spending online?
You know, Sarah, you're bringing up a really important story. So you're mentioning their trucking business, their less than truckload trucking business. A lot of that volume comes from manufacturing. We've seen a quote unquote freight recession for at least the last 2 years. At the same time, we have seen a big uptick in e-commerce and consumer spending. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. The big question for FedEx, however, reports earnings on Thursday. Will they spin off that trucking business as a way to increase the shareholder value for both, you know, the e-commerce business and also the trucking business? So that's really what analysts are focused on right now. Right now, it looks like the LTL business, according to estimates, generates about 30% of profit. So a big question if it will spin off. Of course, we had some big news this week with Honeywell spinning off as well. So a lot going off in the spin-off space. Again, those earnings coming up on Thursday. And maybe I'll bring you a preview on Thursday too, Sarah. Back over to you guys.
Yeah, one of the key corporate earnings of the week, Frank. Thank you, Frank Holland, covering some FedEx.